Hi everybody, this is Rashid Khan from Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Class 8 we will discuss over here about that the structure of eyes. Before going to the structure of eyes, we know that every aspect whatever we are going to feel or whatever we observe in our surrounding, that is opening and closing of our eyes as well. When we open our eyes, there are the different activities has to be brought about, but when we close our eyes, then we have to go as sleep. So in that concern, by opening and closing the eyes, there are different functions might be performed. Here we can see the different information about the pictorial representation to our eyes. This is not enough for that. All the information has to be carried by the optic nerve into our brains, that can be carried by our eyes as well. Numerous type of pictorial representation has to be brought closer to the brain by the eyes as well, in the form of a pictorial representation. In this way, we have gathered a different type of information what is going on in our surrounding. We can say this is about that the sources by which we can be seen all over the world around us. So it is the most important part of our body that can be very eligible for sorting or just clearing about that the what is going on in our surroundings, what is now going, what will be happen, what is something to be done. So there is a processing of performing any function. There is a need to be, the information has to be accumulated or gathered over here in the brain by the sense of the pictorial representation sent by the impulses in the form of an optic nerve to the brains, by which we can be do anything. So here we have to say that the eyes has the most important structure. We have seen our eyes. When you put your eyes into the front of the mirror, what are the different type of structure you have seen? You have seen the two most important part of the eyes. What are these? The outer, the black portion, that is a circle in nature, and the second one is white, the white gelatinous white, or you can say the watery liquid, that is called as a aqueous humus, which is present in the form of a sclera. So this sclera is the most abundant form, which is found in a white portion, that is we have to see here, this white portion is known as the sclera. This sclera can control the eye lenses. The eye lenses has in their circle or black color, which is you can see in front of you. Here we have to move on the structure of the eyes in the sense of the structure are given as here the most important functions. Here we can say the structure of eyes. What are these structure of eyes said to us? What is this actually behind our to the table as well, or to the we can say to the board? These are given in a very peculiar form. So we'll have to go through this. What are these actually? You have seen there is muscles in all around to the upper and lower portion of these eyes. This can be controlled by the muscles, and here you have seen there is a portion called as a ciliary muscles, that is attached to the muscles, and this already attaches to the ligaments of the suspensory ligament. So we can say that this one is the pair of the both side of there is a ciliary muscles, as you know that this one is the muscles into the both side. So here the suspensory ligaments are also attached to the lenses, that can be very helpful for holding and capturing as well. So this one is called as the suspensory ligament. From the suspensory ligament, there we will have to know that opening the portion that is pushed outward or that is away from us, that is called as the aqueous humor. This aqueous humus is filled up through the watery gelatinous material. Here we have already talked about that the sclera, which is filled by the the white colored part of the eyes, that can be supposed to the blood circulation will takes place by the very tiny and a reddish color nerve impulses or nerve like structure you have seen in that. And just below to the sclera, there you have to see there is a cornea, and this one is the most important part through which the light can enter. But before moving to the cornea, here is an iris that can controls about the light entering of the light or amount of light that has to be entered into the eyes. Here we can say the cornea is most important part. By closing and opening of this particular part, the light enter into our eyes, into which there is a middle portion of this particular eye that is called as a pupil, that has to be brought closer to the eyes or lighted towards the lenses that can be very helpful for focusing the light into the lens. So this is the pupil that can be through which the air can be enter into our eyes as well. And now we can see there is a muscle, ciliary muscle, iris, that is a lens, the cornea, the pupils, the aqueous humus, the suspensory ligament. This light has to be focused on a particular region of the eyes that is called as the hind. This is the behind the eye, that is portion is called. This portion is called as retina. Why? Because this is the screen of our eyes. So we can say we have a natural lenses by which there is a reflection might be possible, and there is the image formation will takes place over there on the screen called as a retina. So this retina can confirms about the image formation, which is actually if the object is placed in front of the eyes like this, so their image will help form on the particular manner, that is it can be seen like this. Why it is seems like this? Because of that there is inverted figure has to be brought in the form, that is it is inversely proportional, that is this can be inverted from the original one. So what we can say that it can be reworked again when this pictorial representation or the pictorial picture has to be sent to the brain. So now when it moves to the brain, it will be get rotate and turn into the actual the diagram in which it can be placed by the help of the optic nerve. What is the optic nerve? This is the sensory nerve which has to be sent, the information has collected into the retina or onto the retina, has to be transferred to the brain in the form of a optic nerve. These optic nerve play an important role for the transferring the information in the form of a pictorial representation. Whatever the information has to be carried, this can be go through or this can be transferred by the means of the optic nerve or the sensory nerve to the brain. And here in the brain, this picture or this image has to be reversed or revert again into its original form. Now this is the criteria by which we can be eligible to see any object. Here is the two structure which is called as a rods and a cone. So these are the most important criteria for observing or for seeing or observing anything by the means of the rods and cones. The rods are important for the formation, for the image has to be taken in its original form, and if it is absent or unavailable, so there will be a chance for what there is nothing to be observed, so that person is said to be the blind. In case of a cone, if there is a cone are present, so cone can be responsible for giving a such color of the object. If the color of object cannot be obtained in the such form, that can be known as, so there is a man, there is a human being facing the problem with the color blindness. So the color blindness can be caused by the means of the cones. So rod and cones are very important for those particular human being or particular nature of eyes. So there will be the two important terms you have to know about, that is rod and cones as well. Rods and cones. Here we have to move on the some other information about that. The first one, that is cornea. What we can say the cornea? Cornea, it is the form in which the, so we can say the cornea is the important part of the eyes that are transparent coated material by the covered with the transparent material in the form of cornea. These cornea has coated with the are covered the colored part of the eyes. These eyes have the circular and colored part which has to be tensed in the form of a iris. So the cornea is important to enter the light into the eyes. And now in the iris, just behind the cornea there is an iris that can control the size of or amount of the eyes enter to it. Why? Because the colored part of the eye is called as this colored part is controlled by the means of a iris, which had to be open into the a structure called as this structure called as iris. To the iris just open into the eyelid, that is a pupil, and these pupils has to covered up by the means of controlling the amount of the light enter to the eyes by the means of entering or by the focusing of the amount of a light by closing and opening the pupils as well. When these light enter to the our eyes, then it has to be just make an impression on a lens that is called as a crystalline lens. Now these crystalline lens has to be play a very important role for what? For focusing of an object and for transferring of these light particles, these light into the form of a reflection to the retina as well. So we can say that these part of a light which has to be transported in the form of a reflected rays has to be deposited, has to be spotted on the retina, and now there is an image formation will take place. So we can say that in the form of light when transferred into the retina of the eyes, that has been covered or usually send the information to the brain in the form of a optic nerve. So the crystalline lens is the medium by which the image get forms. How these image get forms? By controlling the amount of size of pupils, the light enters. This light has to be brought close to the lenses, and when the lens is allowed to light to pass through them, these reflected rays are falls onto the retina, through which there is a information is being carried. Here we can say by the after pupils, the pupils are the black color which is covered by the black color circle, that is iris, which is covered by the iris. This pupil has allowed the light to enter through them. Suppose if there is a light focusing to the lens, so before it controls the amount of a light by opening and closing of the pupil as well. If there is a very bright light forms on our eyes, we are able to just close our pupils, due to which there is a pain happening. Why? Because due to the direct contact in our pupils or into our eyes, there will be the sudden moment of closing, that is closing and opening by clicking on and off. That means by the controlling the size of the iris, this pupil has to allow to come to the way in the light of the and is striking to the lens as well. By direct contact to the pupils, there will be the light with the very high power light or the very intense intense light has to be come to the pupil, so the pupil has to be closed suddenly. Why? Because there is a pains happen in our eyes. This pains is due to the slightly movement of the pupils. Why? Because it is when come to the direct closer to the direct contact with the eyes, so this can have been facing most of the light to falls on it. So in that concern, whenever the light falls to the direct exposure of the pupils, there will be the time to taken to contract and expand as well. By the contracting and expanding, when this can be relaxes at particular time, so this can be resist the light amount by contracting and expanding as well. So here we can say, by this activity, when the light enter to our eyes through the pupils, this can be completely controlled, and it has to be brought closer to the lenses, which just approx the pupil. There is a lens that is called as a crystalline lens. These crystalline lens are very important, has to be brought convert the light rays into the eyes through the pupils. So in that means we can say, whenever the light is striking to the pupils, by the means of striking the light rays into the crystalline lens, this lens has to be transfer or that reflected all the rays light falls on it, and which had get reflected to the screen that is behind the eyeball, that is called as retina, on which there is a reflections happen and image formation will take place. This image, the pictorial representation, has to be brought closer to the brain by the means of an optic nerve. Through the optic nerve, this has to be reaches up to the brain by giving information about that the pictorial representation from the eyes. It has to be represented, the brain has to started to manipulate about that what is processing is to be going on particular behalf of the information given by the eyes. So we can say that if there is any imbalances happen by the lenses, so the image could not be formed. Here are the two structure that is the most important, that is called as a rods and a cone. Cone is what actually? Cone is just like a cones on which that can be responsible for giving the color of the object. If the cones are unavailable, there is a color blindness might be possible. The rods are here is for the visuality. If the rods are absent there, so there will not be any images will form, and hence hence the person is not eligible to see any object around it. So it is just all of the topic we will discuss to the more.